never kill him, girl. I guess I cause her pussy too good. Breaking news, girl, your pussy too.
Whoa, make we talk the thing then no. So then he gets in and he says, Kirby, get up and thump him twice. I can't speak for anybody else, sorry. But my girl, if you can't give lick, you can't take lick too. I'm sorry about that. But I say go, if you can lick somebody and you expect them not to lick you back, you're an idiot. So everybody keep that in mind. But now I'm going to dwell upon that. We are going to get to a nice story. See? So now you have it in your mind now. Say Kirby is just a little bit manipulative. But Majah Hype, we know you're wrong. We know say you and I are fight now. I don't think it's just domestic abuse. I think you guys are fighting. Like y'all really squaring up with one another. So boom, Majah Hype starts to go through the messages and stuff and starts to show receipt. Now Mek will put a stick in at that. Now let's go back to the in-between underlining fact of the video. Now Kirby said that this video was 10 years old. Now people, I'm not going to put this video on my video because my channel is growing, so we're not going to do indulging at that. But I got to watch the video for myself, and when I was watching the video, after you get past the nastiness and you see the man in the mirror and you look on the phone, you can see that clearly he was holding in his hand a recent model iPhone. And when I say recent, I mean within the last 2 to 3 years. It looked like anything between an iPhone 8 and iPhone 7. So now if you look at the date when the iPhone 8 was released, it was released back in 2017. Now, 10 years ago, granted we are in 2020, would be 2010. The phone that was out in 2010 was the iPhone 4. Now, if we all remember iPhone 4, the iPhone 4 had the glass reflective back. And the back that was on that phone was a matte back. And it was taller and it was a little bit slimmer. Alright, that's a problem. So we've discredited that Kirby's video is not 10 years old. And furthermore, the pictures that surfaced of Kirby with the black eye and the everything and the bruises and stuff like that, if you can claim to keep pictures or videos from 10 years ago of you having sex with an ex-man, what is not to say that you didn't keep pictures from your past abuser? Because it was stated that her baby father was abusive as well. Yeah, you like what you like. Me nah bother you. You just must learn when you learn. So, moving on for the video, going back to the pictures, Majah Hype started to show, and this is where my thing was, he started to show the allowance. We're going to call it the allowance. The allowance he used to send Kirby. People, when me look on the amount of money when Majah Hype I send the little girl, people, me can't believe it. Me say the man I send her $1,200, $1,600, $600, $200, $300. And if you look good in it, look good on the picture them, you can't see the time frame where he must send them. It's not like a month or 2 months. No, it's like a week or 2 weeks or whatever after like few days or so must send our money, Alright. So moving from there, Majah Hype starts to show the messages that she has on her phone. Now, if mine know the dates where am I showing her phone? 2019, people. 2019. So that means Majah Hype knows that she no good. Majah Hype knows that she no good, and him still there with her. Brother, you must pick your poison, So fast forward from this and now. So we know Majah Hype know. So any man will know say them girl know not too, any man when know say them girl not too good and it force them to have to cheat back on them girl, say them in at the house, them two just no, you see me, them no mix. So there was pictures of many dicks or whatever was in the phone. I don't know why a girl in a relationship with a man, even if you're not on or off, how you get so much pictures with dicks in your phone, my girl? Like, where are they? And why are they still in your phone? Now, hear me out, people. I just need everybody to understand this. Whether you think that Majah Hype edited those messages or not, you have to really come to your senses and say, what man in him right mind with past trauma is going to go get pics of dicks and edit them, take the time to Photoshop them to show to Uno for sympathy? And just another question now, if Majah Hype was the one that released the sex tape, why him never show his sex tape upon him live? Could it be that he was not trying to make himself guilty? Or could it be that somebody else released the sex tape? No problem. So all now Kirby no come with receipts. Majah Hype I give a receipt of she talk to next man. she and next man up, you know, next man talk and whatever have you. So now we got the pictures. We know that both of them are toxic, right? So why is it that the situation has died? Well, let me tell you why the situation has died. You see, everybody who was standing with Kirby and all the fool people were standing with Kirby, if them never lose them balance after them see the messages between him and she, this is a clear sign why you mind your business and you don't pay people no mind. In the messages between Kirby and Majah Hype, now some people can say, I will say this, that he was body shaming her, saying that she was flat chested, whatever have you. Not a problem. Some of those things are very sensitive for certain females and certain males as well. But there's one thing that you never do, people. You never, ever in your life go take little secret, little past trauma where people go tell you about and throw it back at them. In the messages, you can clearly see that she was calling him a faggot. She called him a batty boy. She said him batty was loose and that his mother wasn't shit and she made the boy get raped for 6 years straight or whatever. People, I'm sorry. And for those of you women out there, those of you men out there who have been through molestation and rape, you have somebody throw that in your face in an argument and tell me say you wouldn't lick them down. Tell me you wouldn't shot them dead. You tell me that with that straight face. And me not condone kill the girl, you know. Me not condone lick the girl, you know. But you tell me in your right mental space, because most people, most of people who have been through those things, no matter how old they really get, they never really fully heal for those certain things like that. Those are topics that are very sensitive. You don't go for them because they're not low blows. They are direct kill shot. Alright, people. So we see the messages now. We know that Kirby not have no sense. So between our gun finger and our evil look and the way she talks to Majah Hype in our messages, we know that Kirby, she not good. So the two of them wrong. Alright, people. Well, let's kill the conversation. Now Kirby went on social media and said that Uno, as the people who stand with Kirby, must pay her 50,000 US dollars, not Jamaican, US dollars, so that she can take Majah Hype to court for domestic abuse. My girl, you know is lawyers out there willingly ready to help you if your case is very factual. If your case is up to par, there's no loopholes. There are people out there who willingly to help you free of charge up front to take this case and win it. But you see, when that happens, people start turning upon Kirby now. 50,000 is who the first of all, who are you trying to hire for $50,000 for a domestic abuse case? Johnny Cochran? Johnson & Johnson? Like, explain to me, what lawyer are you hiring that you have to pay such a price for domestic abuse? People, then this is the thing, there was a point in time, if you looked on Kirby's page, you can see that she was tagged in the GoFundMe post. If you go on Kirby's page right now, you go on the shit that she's tagged in, it's no longer there. Matter of fact, it's not even her bio, no nothing like that. You have to literally go on Google or Bing or whatever and go search it up, and it has made $228 or $2,600 or something like that. People, and the fact that it went from 50,000 to 10,000 is a real silence killer, you know. Let me tell you this, people. Don't bring your personal life on social media. Don't bring your personal life on social media. Man, don't beat the girl them for no reason. Matter of fact, us as a generation, let me put this gem in y'all before I end this video. In this generation, we have to stop being so toxic. We have to stop being so toxic to ourselves. We have to stop being so toxic to other people. Like, we have to stop carrying these toxic traits around. And what I mean by toxic, we're so toxic. The level of toxicity in us and how we operate is really showing in this day and age of relationships. We don't know when to let go. We don't know how to let go. And when we don't do that, we put so much effort into the wrong thing that when we get hurt and we keep trying over and over again, like jackasses, like we don't have sense. And then that causes a spiraling domino effect of more stupid shit to come. And then you end up in major hype on Kirby situation. People, don't be Kirby. Don't go swallow every blood clot truck where you see. Because if you don't remember Kirby used it. And don't be major hype. Don't get so major that you hype yourself over everything and you start lose yourself. End that video.
Me have couple, I'm a friend. A top scam, a grab card. What make you think we got sad?